I think I'm getting the hang of this. This is Jane Gardner, HomeBiz Startup TV again. And today we're going to be talking about business models for you. Why, you ask? Well, it's always good to try and pick a business model and see if you like it before you invest heavily in getting and doing that business. I can tell you right now that I am not interested in crypto at all as a business model. I am not getting involved in crypto. And there are other things that I don't want to do, like I don't want to be a speaker model and go over, around the world speaking, etc. That's obviously one of the major fears for most people, as is being on camera. But anyway, let's get started and talk about in you're starting up in a home biz and you want to be on the internet and you want to be making some money for whatever you do, then you have to consider the kind of business model that you want to have. So today we're going to go, and at the end of the day we're going to look at the 12 weeks to business model. But I forgot to change my slides, so here we go again. Errors all the time, but that's okay. Because now you can see how quickly I can change my scene. Because I am comfortable with my software, although it updated for me just before I got on the air today. And I have no idea why it has an output 1 and an output 2. So I may be in the wrong output. Anyway, let's get this slide up there. Let's increase it and go, and there we go. We are going to look at your business model over the next 24 weeks. And I have some major information about business model. I even have a table that shows the pros and cons of each business model. But today, we're just briefly going to go over some business models you might want to think about. So, I'm Jane Gardner. I work with my husband in a structural engineering firm in Western Canada. And we like to travel, and we have pets, and I'm an artist. And I also like video, which was a surprise to me because I do not like going on TV, obviously, like most people, but we do it because we like to share wisdom. So on the Visibility Broadcasting TV network on Roku, I have 6 TV channels: Finding Your Purpose, The Business of Home-Based Business, HomeBiz Startup TV, Business Success TV, and Be Your Own Boss is my newest one with Jane Gardner. And I also host Inspirational Business Women Show. On Roku, Fire TV has decided they don't want us on there anymore, but certainly Roku is always encouraging us to have TV channels. So we're talking about in week 4, and there'll be 24 weeks of this, business models. And so we're going to have an overview only of a few business models that are currently on the internet. There are other business models, of course, and you just have to think about them, but you will talk about these ones. So we have obviously the one where you are personally involved in and step up to interacting with other people. And you can either have a service like doing someone's social media marketing, or an agency where you do graphics for them, or a service to set up their website, etc. And of course, you can also have a personal relationship by doing coaching and of individuals, depending on what your business is. So this may work for you as a business model, coaching or service. Depends on what your experience are, what your knowledge is, and who you're interested in serving. So the pros and cons we'll talk about further as we go deeper into business models. I have, as I mentioned, a table which tells you the pros and cons of each business model, but that's one. There's a lot of personal relationships in those, and interacting with others. And then there's one. And then there's another one where you can create a digital content, or you can do digital marketing and create content. Sorry, this is just bugging me, so I'm going to change the size of it. That's ridiculously sized. So yeah, so you could be like me and create content, trainings. You could also, of course, do social media marketing, and you could create various things for others. With all these, I should have just added after content, should have added plus AI, which is changing everything. Where is the I? There's the I. But basically, we'll go deeper in depth on that and how AI is changing everything in terms of creating content and being a graphic designer, etc., or creating software, that kind of thing. So we'll be going into the pros and cons of that business model. But basically, of those 4 business models, you could choose one and check out someone who's doing that model, and you could try it for 90 days. See if you can coach someone, connect with someone that you know, and tell them that you'd like to do some coaching, and could you help me out by being my guinea pig? Or you could, same for the services. I just offered my, it was my digital marketing service to a relative for their restaurant. And of course I would do that pro bono. I would not charge them for it. But they probably won't take me up on the offer because there is a lot of, what can I say, a lot of old thinking about restaurants as well as brick and mortar versus the internet, and some of that may slow you down. So I have the workbook that you can get, and in that workbook it talks about, do you want to pick one of those models and try them out for 90 days, commit to it just to get some idea. Just basically go out on the internet and have a look at someone who does it, see what the pros and cons of it is, and decide whether or not you want to do it as well. I mean, that's fairly simple idea, but we'll go deeper in depth on business models. I think there was at least 10 business models that we can use, but today I just thought I'd start with the idea that before you start to do a business, you should design it and figure out the method that you're going to use in order to make any sales or get out there on the internet, etc. So you can go and get my 12 Weeks to Home Business Clarity workbook at HTTPS://homebiztartup.tv/12, and we will be talking further on my newsletter about how to get some of this clarity about what you want to do. And as well, I'm going to be putting this up on my TV channel. Let's show my TV channel. There we go. Home Biz Startup TV channel. And so it will be useful content, and I hope that you will find it useful as well when you get the workbook. Thank you for listening, and I am going to go now. I think I have to actually do the slides for the next presentation. What's happening is, just so you know, I'm doing these presentations and I thought, well, why not just put them on the internet? live stream them as well. But I'm going to be putting they go into my live iTunes video cast, as well as, of course, up on my TV channel as basically a podcast. And people can watch them or just listen to them, and they can join and find out more about starting your home business. So thank you for listening, and we'll see us again.